Hey, med spa owners. So I'm gonna be talking about a problem that you guys face in your business, right? And it's about no shows and cancellations and acquiring new clients. So oftentimes med spas usually have clients come into their business, and they usually just don't sell them properly, or they don't structure the consult in a proper way that is conducive for the client to be sold. And the reason why they don't structure their sales process in the correct way is because they're afraid of sounding salesy. They're afraid of sounding like a salesperson. But really, you had to get over your fear of sounding like a salesperson, really just dive into their issues and their main motivations for coming to your med spa. And after you had those pieces of information, you understand why they're coming here, you understand why this issue is important and why they came to you. You can build a bigger idea of their main motivations, and you can um, guide them into the treatment. You can guide them into why this is the right fit for them, why they should come to you, and why they should purchase these treatments for you. And you give like logical reasons, and you're able to like emotionally connect with them. So you're not just like a salesperson, in the conventional sense where you're just trying to sell them in your own self-interest, and you don't really care about what happens to them after the fact. Like when you show that you care about someone's problem, when you show that you've done your research, or you've handled these issues like that before, you're able to you're able to kind of sound more of like a consultant instead of a salesperson. And this diminishes sales resistance completely. So now you're able to sell them, and now you're able to prescribe to them why this is the right fit for them and why they should really purchase this as soon as possible today. And a lot of med spas don't even have trouble with sales calls or have trouble with consults because they're not getting clients in anyway, which is an unfortunate truth. And what med spas usually have a problem with is just their follow up sequence, and they're not getting clients in predictably. They're not getting clients in because they're not following up with them. They're not sending personalized follow up messages. They're not adding, clients who don't. They're not adding like leads who don't respond into a long term SMS sequence. And a long term SMS sequence is basically um a automated like reply chain, like an automated text message system where you're able to send messages to people who aren't responding, and you eventually get them to book an appointment after several messages being sent. So after they see several messages from your med spa, they usually come to your med spa. But you have to make sure that you're not doing it in a spammy way. You have to make sure that you're sending them like text messages like every 3 days, then move to every 7 days, then move to every 10 days, then move to every once a month for like a year. And if they don't respond after that, then just cut them off, really. And with your follow up, you had to be really diligent. You had to call clients within 5 minutes. You have to understand their main motivations, like how you were supposed to on in the consult form. You have to kind of like peer into their psychology, peer into their main drives for getting this done, and then and then you kind of pitch the console. You kind of pitch the meeting so they're able to buy later. If you do all these things, then you're gonna be able to predictably get clients into your med spa, and you're going to be able to just drive in more traffic, drive in more customers, and just make more money. And you don't have to offer discounts. You can also be a premium med spa, so you don't have to like attract people you don't have to go attract people with the cheap front end offer to get people in the med spa. You can do something known as premium branding, where you're the high ticket med spa, but you have so much value, which makes your service. You have so much. You're providing so much value to the market to the point where paying that high ticket price isn't really that much. Like, it isn't really like paying your high ticket prices isn't that much to them due to all the value that they're obtaining from your med spa and the things that you're offering to them. You can provide value and distinguish yourself from your competition by just having like a list of things that you do and a list of things that make you unique and a list of things that the customers will directly benefit from having from you. So you can have like a frequently asked questions. You can have like a frequently asked questions PDF. You could have a nutrition plan for people who don't know how to eat right, and you could tell them that eating right can help them get optimal results for their aesthetics and their treatments. You could have like a therapy coach, like an accountability partner to make sure that they're doing all the things that are gonna, you know, help them achieve the results that they want. You can have you could have a app for customers who want to check in on their progress, who want to like take photos of themselves and see how like the treatment is going and see the progression of their treatment and how their faces is morphing and how like they're happy about their treatments. You can have like a app that does that. And yeah, that's just like a couple things you can, and those are just a couple things you can do to get more clients and predictably scale your med spa and make more money due to the influx of new clients coming in. I hope you really like this video. Again, my name is Charles. I do run a med spa marketing agency, and we can guarantee you like 30 new appointments per month. And if we don't deliver, then you don't pay. So you have a nice day. Stay safe.